Hi, welcome back to this space. It's good to have you again. Today we are talking about God. Yeah, big God. And I'm not talking about why I believe in God. That is not the aim of this video. It is more about who God is and what the word God means. And don't think I am going to be telling you where God came from because I do not know. I beg. Now God creates me, not me creator. Let's get that out of the window. Thank you. Before we go right into the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you. The word God has an objective view, whether it's me as a Christian or a Muslim or another religion, or even outside of religion. When the word God is pronounced, the thing that comes into mind is this all powerful being that made everything that is both you, me, and nature as a whole. Many people, although do not like the word God, they struggle with it. They don't like it. But they believe that there is a source from which all of these things come from. But what they do not understand is that the word God is the name that was given to the source. That is the objectivity of God, the idea that God is where these things come from. So whether it is the source or God, you can agree that whoever made the universe or whoever made you and me must be really powerful to actually accomplish such a great feat. Okay, now the problem now is that if we all know that there is this objective view of God, that is the idea that everyone knows that, okay, someone made everything like that, that objective view is there, then why so many religions and belief systems in the world? Okay, I'll answer that in a bit. Remember when I said I do not know where God came from? Well, the truth is, I still don't know where God came from. But I know where gods come from. Okay, I know what you are thinking. What are you saying? Stay with me. You see how I put up the uppercase God when I say God and the lowercase for gods. And it's because when I talk about God, I am talking about the source, the objective view of God. Now, when I talk about gods, I am talking about an idea that varies in different nations and different tribes and ethnics in the world. Some people believe in one other thing or another thing as their own God, but it is not objective because it is not general. It is not the general view of God. That is what the gods signify. And I know where these gods come from. And don't expect me to say Mount Olympus or Asgard or maybe Krypton, talking about Superman or something. Okay, I know where these gods come from. And yes, let's build the hype. Let's build the hype. They come from man. All these gods come from man. He said, what are you talking about? How can these gods come from man if they are the creator? We are creations. So how can these gods come from us? Specifically, they come from our imagination. Our imaginations are what birthed these gods. I'm going to open a part in the Bible and you are going to read with me. So if you never read your Bible, if you haven't read your Bible before, this is your opportunity. Pick up your phone. I know you don't have a physical copy of the Bible. If you don't have it in your phone, please download it. Thank you. I'm giving you 5 seconds to do that. No, I'm done waiting. So just we're going to Romans 1 verse 18 and we're reading till 23. I have my phone, so just know I was just being a little bit hypocritical at that particular moment. I'm a hypocrite. I'm sorry. So now I'm almost there. Thank you. Romans 1 verse 18. It says, for the wrath of God is revealed from heaven against all ungodliness and unrighteousness of men who hold the truth in unrighteousness. 19. Because that which may be known of God is manifest in them. For God hath showed it unto them. For the visible things of him from the creation of the world are clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made, even his eternal power and Godhead, so that they are without excuse. So 18 through to 20 is talking about the fact that God has literally made himself known to all of creation so that you do not have an excuse to say that there is no God, there is no place at all. So the source that you're talking about has already manifested itself. It has said in the trees, when it comes to a point in your life, you ask yourself, what made the trees? How about me? Maybe you might say your mom gave birth to you, something like that. But who gave birth to the first person? Have you thought about that? Let's go ahead. 21 says, because that when they knew God, they glorified him not as God, neither were thankful, but became vain in their imaginations, and their foolish heart was darkened. Professing themselves to be wise, they became fools, and changed the glory of the uncorruptible God into an image made like to corruptible man, and to birds, and four-footed beasts, and creeping things. Okay, I know I'm going pretty fast, but I don't want this video to be long, that's why. Well, 21 through to 23 talks about the fact that it's man's imaginations that has made them create these different ideologies of God. It literally says that the incorruptible image of God. So literally they translated the source, the God, yeah, you see, the God, into gods from their imaginations. There are different people in different places that, like, you can drop your Bible or your phone now. So there are different places in different parts of the world that worship different things as gods. They worship snakes, they worship crocodiles, they worship different things. Maybe even like images and idols like that. But the problem now is that you have to think about it. If I am worshiping a snake is a creation, and I'm worshiping the creation as the creator. That literally makes my God less of a God because it simply means that the creation is the creator. Does that make sense or something? Like I think so. That is it. If you think about it, it doesn't make sense. How can I put on like maybe a shrine in my house and I put my dog in front of it and I literally say my dog is my God? Then I am working with my mind at that particular point because he cannot be my creator at all. The idea of the objective God is that he is all powerful. So if he is all powerful and the creator of all things, how can my dog or a bird or a crocodile be the creator? So let's get that out of the window and move forward. Now, the problem now is that if we have established that okay, these gods are definitely not the source. They are definitely not the God that we are looking for. How do we know the source, God, and worship Him? Because definitely whoever made us deserves our worship, deserves our praise. How do we know who He is to accord Him the worship that He deserves? First, we have to put these things in mind that the objective God is self existing, self sufficient, and self efficient. He doesn't need anyone. So if anything that is created becomes our God, then definitely it is not the source at all. So knowing the state and the status of the objective God, that he doesn't need anyone to be God, you definitely see that I cannot tell you where God came from. So that is why I told you before I can't answer that question because it means that I would know where I would have been there when God was made. Then, if I told you where God came from, then you will ask me who made the place God came from. Then we would start asking different questions, which is just man's mind dilemma going up to the roof. So now our problem is how do we look for the source? How do we find the source? God, the God. But I'm going to talk about that in another video. So on to the next one, next Friday. See you at the same time. Please watch my first video, it's very important. And watch the other one. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you very much. I love you. God bless you.